what's up? This is Jeremy from Uppercut. I'm working on a new intro for my YouTube channel. Kind of getting into writing stuff like this and writing for some other people. This morning I had a cool idea for an intro, some intro music. So I'm just going to kind of show how I start ideas. So I got this beat here from, of course, I use Slate everything. I got Steven Slate Drums 5. Just on one of the presets, I've kind of butchered the preset and made it into my own. As you can see here, let me blow this up a little bit. Make these drums purple. Because that's what I do. Made them both purple. Oh, well, that works. I'm going to make my guitar red. On guitar, I'm just running straight Ben Bruce Tone Forge. This is default settings. I haven't touched this at all. I just slap it on because I turned up the noise gate because this old bitch is loud. I've been through hell. This is the guitar I played and left to die for years, and it's still my workhorse. I still play her every day. Brand new strings. Never record anything on dead strings unless you're just a fucking butthole. Anyway, you can tell I record bands, huh? Yeah. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but bass players, man, come on. Anyway, so this is just Tone Forge Ben Bruce right out of the box. It's a little too chunky, and I leave a bit more of that gate. Not bad. And of course, since I'm facing I never track guitar while I'm facing computer. I'm just doing this for fun today, and I'll probably end up using it for my YouTube that nobody even watches. Fourth wall. Anyway, here's the beat that I've been messing with. It's at 150 BPM. Just a good 20-second beat. That's all I'm going for is a YouTube intro. Didn't have to put a lot of thought into it. I heard this in my head this morning when I was having my morning safety meeting before I start working on paying projects. Actually, kind of a weirdo, so I'm gonna grab all of this, which where it starts. Grid, lessons learned. Put a marker there. Just because it helps later on down the road when I start layering stuff on top of this, if I decide to use it at all. So I always have mine set to a 2-bar lead in. I'm gonna just play this riff that I had in my head and see if I can make it fit this beat. Oh, wait, playing that backwards. And that's why I don't spend too much time on amp sims at this point. I do that later because you'll lose the idea. The point about the Tone Forge stuff that's best about it is you can slap it on and start writing. And that's my idea. Now if I can just get it tight. Yeah. Try it again. for now. I'm gonna move on and lay another guitar track so I can have stereo. Anyone that works with me knows I double track all guitars. It's a must. I gotta have my panning. Well, for me anyway. Another one of the Tone Forge plugins I love that you can literally slap on and go is Menace. And of course, you'll have to adjust that gate for this old ass guitar. Sounds good to me. Let's mute this one. Try that riff again. I don't want to hear the other guitar. I want to try to match it in my head. See how well it matched up. Yeah, I could totally do that better. See where it's place off the grid. That's bad. Also learned when you're tracking DIs, trick to get better chunks. You don't pick harder. Squeeze the shit out of the pick, and I don't know why it works, but it does. I learned that in my courses yesterday, and I've been trying it ever since. It's a trip. You're not changing your picking style except for the squeeze. It's really a trip. See, it just gives you better chunks. See it. Almost a little too much. Whole thing in Reapers, I just bring that down a tiny little bit. Let's hear those in stereo. Try some bass, because there is no metal without bass. You have to low pass the guitar so much to get it to work in the mix that bass is all you got, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to tune this up too. Tune down to like drop zero. This is one of my good friend James, one of the best bass players I've ever known. Loaned me this bass for the studio to keep around. There's been 3 bands used this so far on their CD. So thanks to James. And I play the shit out of it. It is just a 90s model Ibanez. Back in the day, he paid like, I've known James for 30 years. He paid like $2,000 for this thing back in the day. I thought he was crazy. I'm still playing the damn thing. He was right. Anyway, let's get this set up. Input 10. I'm going to stick with Tone Forge because why not? It's the easiest stuff I've used when it comes to recording. Howard Benson vocals, literally everything. If you don't know who they are, you're not even trying. This is the preset I like to use. Go to the low end compressor. This compressor's crossovers and splits. Perfect for bass. So I can just compress the low end. No, I think that is tuned in. Shit, I didn't even tune the Epiphone, and it's got new strings, so could be playing in a mystery key. Anyway, Give this a shot. That wave is way too big. Killing it. Forgot. On my interface and with this bass, you literally have to turn the input all the way down. There's something going on here. I'll bet that's just whacked out of tune. I'm just clip getting these up a little bit because these amp sims like you to hit around yellow. Cut all of get a nice tight ending. Guitar red goes bus. That bus. More JST. Just got this Wanasac guitar bus glue. It's awesome on the chunks. It's a dynamic compressor that just automatically removes the 200 for you when you're palm muting. That's one of the hardest parts about mixing metal guitars, is especially when it's heavy palm mutes. It just whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not going to make that noise again. I apologize. System lag. Dun, dun, dun. It's always pace. So weird about you pirating that they check your ass every 30 seconds. Anyway. Guess I could put down this bass for now. Just sitting here holding it. Anyway. Back. You just click this link right here and drag them down together and find where you just start to compress. I don't like to over compress these. I'm basically just using the chug slayer. That's about 3 dB of compression. Watch when I turn on this chug slayer, it'll just kind of scoop out that rumble. And after that, I always go with my trusty Slate. Pretty much all I use is Joey Sturgis stuff and Slate and Reaper. Reaper's the best plug-in of all, and it's like $60. Let's bring this bus down. Now that I'm getting into this, I'm going to try some different ant sims. One of the other badass Tone Forge or Joey Sturgis is Jeff Loomis. This thing is just amazing. This preset is my fave. That's the one you're hearing on my left. I like the Jeff Loomis because it also has a low end compressor. You can take a little bit more of those palm mutes out. Yeah, I'm liking that better than the Ben Bruce. Let's go ahead and change out the Menace too. Ben Bruce and Menace are my two oldest plugins. I think I bought those first. Jeff Loomis, and of course I have Amphub too if I can't find it. But usually these two presets I'm just stuck on. I can't help it. It's the Andreas. Throw some buzz on this bass. On this 2-bus just a little bit. I have a preset for that. After you start doing this long enough, you start to find what works for you, and that's really all that matters. So many opinions and rules on this shit, I just kind of lone wolf it. Now this needs some other jazz. Needs some, I don't know, science fiction. That's what I would say. So we're just gonna stick with the vibe. Let the song tell you. See what sounds cool, what don't. It's all about just having fun. Find my virtual instruments. Gonna go with Anna 2. Sonic Academy. I got it from Slate, obviously. Turn on my MIDI controller so I can trigger this with my fingers while we look for a sound. I have a little MPX8. Now all I gotta do is whoo. Anyway, gonna make a loop. Let's make this loop a little. Loop the whole thing. Feel it. I think I like the Back to the Future. It'd probably fit a little bit. Let's see how it fits. It might be annoying. I just dropped in a MIDI file. Go through, find my key. I believe I'm tuned to D right now. I'm only gonna use this on this second. It's just basically in D when it's writing these notes right here. Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, let's hear it with the whole 20-second masterpiece. All right. Let's add, now I need something else, something high. Go back to Anna 2 again. Hook up my input. Not that high. Sorry. Let's go with some strings. Let's find something cool. Drop in another MIDI file. It's key. I know it's in D, but find a little melody that works here. Yeah, that's very science fiction. Of course, the love of MIDI. Blade Runner. And of course, turn that way down. Technology can be grand. 10 years ago, this would have taken a team of people and a computer the size of this room to run Pro Tools. Okay, now needs more zazz, as James would say. Back to MIDI. MIDI helping loners write music since what? 81? Yeah. I think this just needs some percussion. Then different. Let's try Traction's Collective. Traction is a DAW that it's going to give me shit right now. It's a good DAW. It just has issues, and it's mainly for MIDI, not really a lot of drums. Done. Back to Anna I go. It has about everything. I basically just spend my free time seeing what noises I can get this thing to make. Let's see, drums. Here we go. All channel. I just gotta find something cool, something with a lot of bang to it. That'll work. Let's go live with it. Try that again. See what's coming. And that take bullshit. I'm going to show you something very cool about MIDI right now. At that. Let's get these. Select all. Same pitch. Q for quantize. And it doesn't always work. I just go in and you. Here, let's just go. Another cool thing about MIDI and Reaper is you just double click the end of this MIDI file, drag it. Supposed to. Well, if it doesn't, you can always just shift and drag. Yeah, that ain't working for me. Let's find a different sound. a MIDI file. Can't go wrong with big, loud booms. Always been a fan of Ministry and shit like that, so. Rolls. Yeah. Alright, needs one more sound in the empty parts. Just really anything. Throw in another track here. Drop Amphub back over to that new track. Just keep rolling with it. Just having fun. Something different first. Hey, I think that'll work. In a MIDI file. Go down D. This should be interesting. It's down so I can feather it in. Nah, it's too much. We'll find something to fit there. Let's just hear these two together. All these synth. Let's just hear them all. Oops. That's pretty neat. Let's hear it with the rest. Let's put all this synth in a bus so I can control this volume all together. little shootout here. My other favorite compressor is the FBC FG Gray. Gonna use this gray drum beat. Also, not gonna dissect this drum beat. Normally, I'd put these on separate tracks and but I'm just having fun. Might do that later if I end up using this song at all. And on this, it's just a parallel bus compression. Got it mixed at almost 50%. That's just going to give that snare drum a little bit of extra poke. Beat through. Bit of bus. On my drum buses, I like to go old school. Cool preset that I start with and then tweak. Drum bus shaper, I just take the 3K back. As you can see, it's pegging up here, but this is an analog emulation, so you kind of want to peg it. I always watch this yellow meter, and if it goes above -3, then I attenuate. See what I mean? Starting to sound like an intro. Let's make this bass low. Call these synths Orange here in Oklahoma. Oh no, done went and fucked up my bass. It don't want. Let's see what kind of volume we're tracking here. Yeah. All right, let's go with some Kukos, trusty free stuff that works on everything. Man, you can buy limiters that aren't this good. Or you can just trust that they know what they're doing and use it, because Relimit is legit. Go with -1 because this will be on streaming. I usually start with around -5. Kind of already knew this, because it sounds a little dark. So on this guitar bus, I'm going to bring up some mids. Do the classic sweep, arrow cue, crank it and find a good tone. That's exactly what it needs. put some mid-tone in this bass also. And on this synth bus, we can give it some life also. Turn off that click. Change that out. Not hitting my jive button. One of my other favorite amps that I'm not sure if even exists in real life, but it exists here. I'm liking that. Let's check out that spectrum again. Bet it's still Missing low. I mean, missing mids. Oh, yeah. Big deal. Which I don't always follow tonal balance control. It can be quite full of shit. But this also needs more zazz. Continue with the zazz. I'm gonna make some noises. That's what I call my leads. Noises. Loud noises. And she's back. This old guitar's just happy to be played, I swear. Try to add some of that mid-range. Some science fiction to add some mid-range in the middle. Try something. Normal. This is my favorite digital EQ. It's because I know how to use it well. Sorry, I have my EQ at the end. EQ is supposed to be before the compressor, or at least this one is. My limiters, I don't really like to limit. If it's taking more than 3 dB, then you need to rethink. And for just a small YouTube channel, I think it's going to work. Yeah, so I basically just wrote, recorded, did some production work, all in about an hour, not even, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. I guess I'll see when I push stop on how long it's been recording. I used my old Epiphone, some Ibanez, Joey Sturgis plugins, Slate Digital, and a 2 for my synths, Bass Forge, and just my love of music. So y'all get with Uppercut. If you found this video interesting, give me a like and a sub. That'd be awesome. Get with Uppercut. Get knocked out. I'm going to finish this song, and you can I'll follow up and put the finished version, and you can see it as my new YouTube